Merry Meet! This video is part of the Serpent Psalm series, where we explore the profound spiritual and mystical insights of Psalm 119. Each video focuses on one stanza of this remarkable acrostic psalm, guiding you through its connection to the Kabbalistic tree. Together we'll uncover the deeper meanings behind each Hebrew letter and its path, following the ascent of the serpent from Tav all the way to Aleph. I hope you enjoy this transformative journey toward greater spiritual understanding. To register for my free course in Hermetic Kabbalah, follow the link in the video description. Blessed be. Path 19, Tet, connecting Geburah, Mars, ruled by Samael, with Chesed, Jupiter, ruled by Sachiel. Thou hast dealt with thy servant, O Lord, according unto thy word. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Before I was afflicted I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. Thou art good, and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Lord, according unto thy word. The infinite always deals well with you. The word is the will. It is the will of the infinite to deal well with you. And the reason why you're the servant is because you're the student. Think of servant meaning student. You're the student. You're not the master, you're the student, you're the pupil. And that's an okay thing to be. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Teach me good judgment and knowledge because I'm listening to your guidance. I'm listening to your guidance. I'm listening to the truth of you. Instead of listening to my grievances, which is the lower expression of this, I'm listening to this spirit within me that knows I'm invincible, that I have nothing to fear. I'm listening to the truth, and I'm being taught by it. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. So before I was listening to my ego all the time, because that's all I knew how to do. But now I've learned I don't do that anymore. I don't have to do that. I don't want to do that. I have habituated myself now to listen only to you. Thou art good and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The statutes that we are being asked to learn are the statutes of that which is good. And that's what God means. God means good. So when you praise God, you're simply praising that which is good. And there's so much good in your life right now. That good will seemingly magnify again and again. It's not that it's magnifying it because there is already infinite good, but you're not realizing it. You're not experiencing it because you have allowed your ego mind to run amok. But now that you're learning not to do that, your manifestations will continue to improve. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Your whole heart is your habitual mind. You're going to keep asking for guidance and following that guidance out of habit, as we said before, even though the ego has forged a lie against you. What's the ego's lie? I'm separate from my creator. That's the big lie right there. You're not. Now you're knowing that it's a lie. Any other idea that comes out of that is now also being tagged as a lie, and you're no longer subject to it. It doesn't bother you anymore. You're getting to the point where you're just not listening. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. The ego is habitually arrogant. That's what it is. It's an arrogant thought form. And we don't sometimes remember that it's arrogant to think we're not good enough. It's arrogant to think that we're bad. It's arrogant to think that we're insignificant. It's arrogant to think that we're evil or whatever the ego comes up with. Those are arrogant thoughts. It's humble to recognize, no, I didn't create myself. The infinite created me, and he created me perfect. With no mistakes, no errors. The infinite doesn't make junk, didn't say oops when it made me. I'm perfect the way I was created. That's not arrogant. That's humble. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. I'm glad that I don't have all of these old ideas of what I thought was comfortable before. The ego really had me snowed. It had me hypnotized into thinking that misery was comfort, that pain was pleasure. It had everything upside down. I'm so glad I'm not listening to that nonsense anymore. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than the thousands of gold and silver. So it's better for you to have the wealth of the infinite in its laws than for you to go searching after gold and silver. But I'll tell you something, knowing that and having this cleaned up manifests the wealth of Chesed in your physical world in a new and wonderful way. So all of that gold and silver that you thought was going to bring you happiness still comes to you. It's just that you no longer look to it for your good. You look to the infinite for your good, and the infinite gives you everything wonderful in your physical world. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to register for my free course on the Hermetic Kabbalah. See the link in the video description. Blessed be.